Hey guys, it's your favorite ladies back with another episode of Petty Party Podcast. How are y'all doing? It's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good?
Hi everybody, it's your girl Jori Alia, aka Alia Gabor.
And it's your girl Michelle, aka Egypt if you Nash. D, what's poppin'?
Hey everyone, it's just Nick checking in. And unfortunately, we are missing Crystal this episode, but we are going to have a good time in her honor.
Yes.
Yeah, we've already taken a shot. We
Wait.
We have already gotten started.
Yes.
We are recording on a Saturday, and I feel like we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
So it's like giving like different vibes.
It's the daytime too, so it's like
Like day
anything, we
drinking.
can fall into anything at this point. So
Exactly.
Literally the vibes.
How are y'all?
Doing
Okay.
great, honestly. Not gonna lie.
It is the weekend before Valentine's.
Yeah.
How are we feeling?
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Full of love.
it's a regular
Pouring into
weekend.
myself.
No, yeah, it's the
Ooh.
honestly, because y'all gonna be like, see, and that's why y'all don't have Valentine's. No, because honestly, you know what's so crazy? Like, and I'm call somebody out who I'm not gonna say them by name, but for a long time, I feel like every Valentine's Day, I've always like never wanted to make a plan on Valentine's Day because I believe that like you're blocking your own blessing. Because like, why would you make a plan on Valentine's Day if you plan to have a Valentine, right?
Mhm.
So the one time I'm like, you know what? But last year, you know, I did like a little Valentine's week, and I had a blast. So I'm like, you know what? Let me bring the energy into 2023. I hit somebody up, was like, hey, do you want to do? Are you free on Valentine's Day to do da da da? And it was like, why would I be free? Are you calling me lonely? Like I don't have a man? I'm like, are you? I am asking you, are you saying that I'm a lonely person? Like, I felt so bad. I was like, I'm never doing this again. And I asked somebody else about it, and they was like, no, but facts. Like, why would you ask somebody that was busy on Valentine's Day? Like, you're pretty much calling them single. And I'm like,
But if you
Are
are
you?
single, that's okay.
no, yeah. But the way
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what?
Was it-
Everyone just have a blessed Valentine.
Maybe he thought
Like-
he was giving shade or something.
No, that's what I
it
thought. I
had
was
to
like-
have been,
It's like,
like
damn.
Because I asked mine, they was
Can't
like,
be
no.
genuine anymore.
I would say the same thing. Like, don't assume people are just free on Valentine's Day. Like, you're not supposed to plan stuff on Valentine's Day. You're supposed to plan it the day after, like the day before. I didn't know that.
Okay,
Oh.
Because I don't have a Valentine.
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't think
it's so
about
crazy
that.
because it's like,
I didn't
like-
know there was Valentine etiquette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. I didn't
Yeah.
know either until.
Like, man, y'all be deep in things. But I remember I was like talking to someone, they're like really sad they're not celebrating Valentine's. And I'm like, dang, like, you know, it's okay. Like, I mean, I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't really feel like I've had a Valentine's before. Maybe I had, don't remember, but like for the last like 4 years, I haven't had a Valentine. I even clearly told this person, like, hey, you know what? Valentine's Day honestly can be handled any kind of way. As long as you're pouring into yourself, as long as you're spreading love, I feel like you're gonna have a great Valentine's. Like, you don't necessarily have to have like a man or a woman with you to enjoy Valentine's Day. Like, you should really make this your focal point of pouring into yourself and others' love. And I just feel like in this world, like, we get caught up on looking at others and like seeing how they're celebrating. It's like you forget that it's okay to celebrate yourself and by yourself too. Like, it's perfectly fine. No one should be judging you. And if you are, you're mean. So yeah, I don't know. My Valentine's gonna be cool. Like, I'm pouring into myself and I'm gonna have a blast. I'm actually going to a premiere. So ooh.
So it's so crazy that so before this episode, Michelle and I were talking. We're like, you know what? We're gonna do a drinking game. And there's no way we can do that drinking game now. Because I literally just counted the amount of times we said that word. We would all be drunk already.
no, yeah, is too like it has to be something
Like
else.
is part of my vocabulary.
No, the thing
like,
is,
what?
we could do I feel like, because I feel like I
Like, you
say
said
I feel
like.
a
So what we
lot.
wanted to do was we wanted to have a drinking game where if we say like, then we got to take a shot. But at this point, we have said like about 50 times. So
What
we can't
about if you
take a shot.
cuss? If you cuss.
Ooh, if you cuss.
That's not fair.
That's
It
good.
is.
That's
It's
not
good.
fair.
It
No,
holds us accountable.
If you cuss and say the N word.
But I
The
wouldn't say
N word's
N-word like
nothing.
that.
It's the cussing for me, child. But
Okay.
I'll try.
Okay, so since you feel like you cuss a lot, what's another?
Yeah,
I'll
like,
do
what's
cuss
a good-
into it.
I'll do cussing. That's fine.
But you
Okay.
think that would make us cut? or
Yeah.
not make
No,
us
like
cut?
cussing is I cuss. I cuss.
Like, 'cause
I do cuss.
okay, girl.
What's your favorite cuss
I would
word?
say, like, this
Actually,
challenge is
fuck.
gonna be kind of This challenge is gonna be kind of hard for me too, because I actually cuss. I know how to like stop cussing, but like when you're in a heated conversation, like you might say
It
like,
just flows.
and,
But honestly,
so
this is a test because I really have been like, I wake up every day and tell myself, stop cussing, literally.
Yeah.
But honestly, I realize the music I listen to plays a big role.
That's true.
Yeah.
In
That's
that.
true.
So I think this will be a good challenge for me. So
No,
we
I'm
can
not gonna
sit with
lie. It
cussing.
is because what am I talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot up your block. Yeah, da, 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 da. Like
I'm gonna air it out. Like,
I'm like, what?
Right.
Or how about we do that and think?
No, just cussing.
Just
Cussing.
one. Just one.
Yeah.
Let's keep it normal.
Or how about, because like we gotta actually drink, okay? So how about we do like, but it's a sip of a drink. It's not a shot.
Oh,
It's a
what
sip.
about?
Okay.
No, how about you can't cuss or talk about men?
It's on the list to talk about.
Yeah. Sorry.
But I feel the vision.
Yeah,
That's coming up. That's coming up. But okay, we're gonna do like, but like is a sip. A curse word is
It's
a
a
shot.
shot.
Okay. I can do that.
Hey, and for y'all that's listening, listen, pause.
Hold us accountable.
No, not only hold accountable, pause and just like wait until like it's nighttime, you watching your show. When you listen to this, pour a shot.
And do it with us.
Right. Exactly.
Do it with us.
Mhm.
Pick who you think is gonna be the winner and bet on them and take a
Yeah.
shot every time they take a shot.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna jump into the motto, and the motto is really short today, guys. So it starts, "Hey, how are you doing? Are you doing well? I love y'all, and I absolutely love y'all's concept. Y'all look so gorgeous, and I love you. We love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, girl.
So since 2020, I've been talking to a man, and we've been going through a situationship, and we're currently long distance. As soon as I went back to my country for vacation, he began to flirt and do a bunch of other stuff. Every time I leave, he puts a lot of distance between us, and I've stopped talking to him 2 or 3 times, and this is our 3rd time talking again. And he's ghosting me, and I haven't been able to reach him. What do you think I should do?"
Oh my gosh. Like, because, guys, let me just start out. I'm like, long distance.
No, sorry.
Okay.
This is her 3rd time talking to him. Because
Okay.
I guess the previous 2 times I think she meant he ghosted her.
Oh.
But yeah, like, I'm already like not a fan of long distance. So if you start icing me out long distance, I just have no other choice but to abandon the relationship because we're already far away. Like, I can't be having these going through emotional roller coaster and like you're 4 islands away or wherever you're at. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not realistic, and I don't think it's good for your mental health as well. So I personally would give you the advice as maybe cut your losses and find somebody in your country, because I get it. Or maybe when you travel back to wherever other country you traveled from, meet someone else. But I just really feel like this guy, he's kind of showing you he lacks interest in the relationship. So if he's able to do that.
You know what? I'm at the point where I think before, if y'all caught me in like previous podcasts a couple of years ago, I was like, you know what? You can do like the whole like break up to make up type of thing. But for me, once we break up now, we're done. So I don't even believe in like trying it for a 2nd time, and definitely not for a 3rd time. So at this point, girl, cut your losses, find somebody else, because he ain't it. Because whenever the fact that he ghosts you whenever you leave, you know what that means.
Another woman has come.
Oh my gosh, I was about to cuss. He is messing with other women while you're gone.
Another woman's on his ding dong. I have to find new words.
Paulette, dick is not a cuss
Okay.
word.
Are you sure? Okay.
I definitely think like if long distance relationship require like great communication. So he's not giving you that, you got to bounce.
Yeah.
And not only just that, like when someone shows you who they are, please believe them. And not even just that, like, because I just finished a book called Attachments, 10 out of 10. I definitely think any woman needs to read that book. He's an avoidant. Run. Just run. Just run. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
So.
you're right. Because listen.
Yep.
Wait, it's like,
That's real.
I mean, it's
That's
true.
real.
I feel like
Yeah.
listen. Those personality types you gotta run from. Okay, but I feel like
seriously.
in long distance relationships, like as Jori said, communication is so important. I feel like that's what I've said. Like
yeah,
3 times.
no, you have. You've like.
Go ahead and take a shot.
You said, I feel like.
I'm gonna finish and then I'm gonna take my drink. But in long distance relationships, communication is very important. So if he's not giving you the basics, which is communication, then there's not much that you can get out of it. So I don't think you can trust him enough to be in a short distance relationship with him. Or maybe you can have a conversation, or I would say you can have a conversation with him to see if maybe y'all can like fix that. But the fact that he's ghosted you twice before, I think ghosting somebody, even though we've ghosted people too, but as you can see, when we've ghosted people, it's because we don't really care for them like that. And no shade, I just feel like he owes you more to ghost you. So maybe leave him alone.
Anybody, that's true though. Anybody I truly
ghosting somebody like that.
But she only went on vacation,
extreme.
so they're not a long distance couple. But every time I guess she visits her home country, like
he
often,
ghosts her.
She doesn't hear from him. I mean, and it's hard to communicate.
So she doesn't live in her home country.
No, she only goes on vacation.
Oh,
so how do y'all feel then? Like in regards to like, have y'all ever talked to somebody who like doesn't live in Dallas? Like, do you feel like the communication is like steady, or is it like
it was great? Like it was great. Like you would think that how much we communicate, they lived here.
You know what?
Yeah, like it was amazing.
It is good, but it starts to get repetitive after a while.
It gets boring.
You know, it does. Like, because there's only so much y'all can talk about over the phone. Like, there's more things that you can do in person, especially whenever y'all make memories together.
Yeah.
Because y'all are in person together. There's things that more things y'all can talk about. So for me, communication was a really, really big key. But at this point, I need to see you.
Yeah, I like quality time.
I need to be near you
and just like, you know, like I like talking too. Y'all can see, but like sometimes I don't want to talk. I want to show you.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like I've experienced like both. Like I talked to somebody who was long distance and we had great communication and we had plenty to talk about, you know, and didn't even really feel like they weren't there until like we got with one another. But I've also talked to somebody who was out of town where it was like, it kind of felt like he was reaching out at an obligation. Like, oh, let me just make sure I try to make sure I check in with her. And it's just like, I don't like that.
It's
like,
a duty.
Just stop. It's not a duty to talk to me. Like, let's make plans to meet in each other's city because this lackluster conversation is not working for me.
And it'd be those kind of conversations for me that really just dead the whole like type of relationship. Because I can't do like boring conversations or like draggy, pulling tooth in it. I can't do it.
I want to hear you about to buy a plane ticket. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear how was your day. I want to hear I want to see you tomorrow. I'm going to buy a plane ticket.
Or no, how's your day? And I'm like, oh, it's not the best. All right, I'll be there tomorrow morning. What?
Period.
Like talk like that. Don't be talking but oh, okay. Quiet. Well, I mean, you should just keep being No. Where's the pressure? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry.
So I think we all have kind of decided in regards to the motto,
leave him.
To leave him.
Yeah, sorry. And I'm team work it out, but you got to leave this one.
I don't feel like there's even much to work out. Like and this is not even like to be rude, but you already like described it as a situationship. So it's not really salvageable. Like if you're not around, he ghosts you. It just seems like it's becoming a convenient relationship for him. And then you're catching a lot of feelings. So why catch even more?
Yeah. I agree.
No, that's real.
So how many shots you taking?
Y'all, I'm not going to lie.
Just take 5 seconds of your drink.
You may have to go back to just the curse words because I'm struggling. Y'all see how the way I can barely focus? I know I can barely focus. Y'all, like is a really bad word for me. I don't know.
All of us.
It's a filler word for me. So like it helps me like think of
you
my
just
thoughts.
said it as you were saying that.
Damn.
Go ahead, take a little sippy sip.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just stick to cussing.
While Michelle
stick to cussing.
Okay. While Michelle
Can't
is doing
that.
and finishing up her shot, we're going to go ahead and jump into our Petty Chronicle. And this one's really going to be short, y'all. So we have previously talked about this on a couple episodes ago where if people unfollow you, now it's like
us beef.
Oh my gosh, it is.
So,
actually, no, it's not.
On your end, not on mine, but it's just, I don't fuck with you.
So
I
recently realized that someone I was kind of in a disagreement with, that we were really good friends, but we were in a disagreement at the moment. I recently realized I was like, you know what? I haven't seen this person's page in a while. Let me go like type in their name. I type in their name. It says follow.
Like, oh, remove follower.
No.
Gee.
Meaning like
they blocked me and then like unblocked me.
No, you can do remove follower now. You didn't have to do all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know that.
We don't do those things.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I'm not a
I don't know if I am petty in this situation because now, to me, it's like, oh, it's unsalvageable. You know, like, because now after the unfollow, I feel like you've taken it to like a whole different level. Whereas before, like if we were still friends on Instagram, then we could have still been a little bit of friends in person. But now it's like, to me, you're telling me you don't want to be my friend at all. Yeah. Like you don't want to fix anything. Am I petty for thinking like that?
No.
Only reason why I have to say you're not, just because I kind of was in a situation like that. Me and another like person, like we had like I wouldn't say a disagreement, but something happened that created an awkward energy, right? And instead of like being adults and talking about it, this person chose to just block me. And like to me, it's like I feel like that's kind of
to me like again.
Yeah, but we're not doing that no more. But I'm just saying, I felt as if it was a boost because why did you go out of your way to now block somebody? Now to me, it shows that you're angry and upset instead of just being upset. You could just talk about it. But now to me, I feel like you're angry because if you were not angry, you wouldn't have done that. I don't feel like anyone in a positive mind is gonna sit here and be like block. You got to be angry about something to really make you do that. So I don't think you're a petty, but I don't know. I don't know about not being salvageable.
Yeah, see,
I don't know about that.
That's why I was going to disagree with this. Well, actually, I'm not going to lie. I kind of view social media kind of different. I'm not going to lie. There are some people who I want to unfollow, and the only reason I don't unfollow them is because of a situation like this. Because I know they're going to perceive it as beef. But sometimes, like, I feel like if we're not friends, if I go out and I cannot expect to speak to you, why am I following you on social media?
That's very
like,
true.
what's the point? I wish we can go back to those times where it's like we're not friends. Like, I don't have to follow you. Like, I followed you at a time where we were friends. And social media has changed so much where it's like I'm watching you give birth to kids. I'm watching your baby child. Like I'm literally keeping up with somebody who I'm not fond of. Like not even not fond of, but like I don't want to keep up with you anymore.
Y'all don't have like connection. So
yeah,
what's the
and
point?
it's like for me to go to your page and mute you. I also don't want you to follow me. Like I don't want you to keep up with me either. So it's like I'd rather just unfollow you. And I was in a situation where I unfollowed somebody and it wasn't even beef. Like I barely even knew the girl, but it's like I was in a situation where I unfollowed her and she didn't even say anything to me about it. She kind of spoke to somebody else and was like, oh, why did she unfollow me? Like, what is her issue? And I was like, you know, it's crazy. Like there literally is no issue. I just realized that we weren't friends and I just unfollowed you casually. And looking back, I regret doing that because I felt like it sent the message that you felt like you received that like, oh, it's beef, when it's like, it's not beef. It's just like, I realized like I'm watching yourself and it's like, I don't know you. I don't have your phone number in my phone. Like, why am I keeping up with you? It's weird to me. So I don't know.
But I feel like that situation is different with what Nikki just described. Like her and the girl were in an argument. So to me, it's kind of just like if we're in disagreement and you decide to unfollow me, you clearly have a bigger issue than what it is. So I don't think you're petty for feeling like it's unresolvable. Like, because at this point, you won't hear from me. It's going to have to be you reaching out to me. And at that point, I'm kind of over it because I feel like we're at this day and age where we're grown. A lot of these friends we've had them for a very long time. And if you feel like you cannot come to me when you have an issue and you rather block, unfollow me, we don't need to be friends. That's not the type of people I want around my circle. And so I don't think you're petty for thinking that way. Like,
and especially since I came to you about my issue and then you turned it into your issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I can understand.
That's where I feel like now the accountability is just like out the window. And then you took the initiative to like unfollow me, block me, whatever, unfriend me, whatever you did. And now I just feel like
it's in the message of we're not friends.
And I feel like and the only reason because it's like I've been in that situation too. Like instead of someone talking to me, they went and like blocked me off everything, and like I had to hear through the grapevine we're not friends. And I just feel like as like Black women, especially, like we cannot handle each other like that because the world already handles us like that. We should not. I don't know if this person's Black. I'm so sorry, but I'm just saying in general, women too. Like we got to stop being so aggressive with one another. Like I feel like if y'all had a disagreement, y'all could have a conversation. It didn't have to result in like doing the social media antics. Because one thing about me, when you start doing them social media antics, it ups my whole like, okay, you know what? I'm done. Like, if you want to talk to me, cool. The door will be open, but I'm not gonna be reaching. I'm not doing anything because now you playing games and you think I'm gamey. And no, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the social media stuff, that's game. Like we don't play with people, especially if y'all were once friends. That's gamey. So I just feel like these days, like Jori had said, like talk to people. Like, but what are we running away from?
I mean,
like,
I say that, but I also had somebody before who unfollowed me where we were friends at one point and I didn't care. I was like, we hadn't been talking. Like Michelle said, like I had muted this person. Like we weren't even in communication. I realized she unfollowed me and I was like, honestly, like, thank you. Like, I'm glad you took this step to unfollow me.
Though. Like,
no, that is different. I can see how it goes both ways for sure. But if we're genuine friends, we're having a disagreement and you decide to block or unfollow me, then that's a little weird.
Yeah. So like in this world, like a lot of people are really losing like good friendships or even good opportunities behind like being petty on some situations that just deserve a conversation. So I don't think you're petty for feeling the way you do. You have every right to feel how you feel.
I don't think
it's petty,
but I don't think
it's salvageable still. Yeah. But because I feel like now you're at a cross where it's like, okay, who's gonna be the bigger person, you or that person? You know what I'm talking about? And if it's not gonna be you, then it's not salvageable.
Nikki's face just said it won't be
no,
me.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where you're at right now. Like you're at a cross where like, am I gonna be a bigger person or am I just gonna say?
But I feel like I've had a situation like that before where like somebody did that to me and they were like, oh, we need to have a conversation. There's nothing to talk about.
Now.
There's nothing to talk about. You have the issue with me. There's absolutely nothing that we could talk about that is salvageable at this point. Sorry. Nope. Not happening.
It's unfortunate.
Jori's Nikki's mind right now.
Yeah, like,
literally. Like, what was that about? Like,
damn. I'm just saying, like,
y'all some gangsters.
It is what it is.
Thug. Like, dang. I feel you, girl. You're not petty in my book. Jori, what's your stance?
I don't think she's petty.
Oh, okay.
Michelle thinks it's salvageable. I
definitely think it's salvageable. But y'all, I have said I think it's salvageable too, I will never come on this podcast and say that you and somebody cannot be friends again, because I have, even within this group, I have watched y'all be friends with somebody, not be friends with them, and become friends with them again. Like life, the way life works, it's steadily moving, and so
what was the question? Were you petty in what way? For feeling like it's not salvageable?
Mm-hmm. For feeling like now it's like actually beef.
Oh,
I mean,
it is beef, but it's
I mean, it's definitely beef. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think even if it is salvageable, it would be the other person initiating. You should never initiate that. And you won't follow me.
Hold up. And if you want to initiate, it's cool too. Because that's you choosing to be the bigger person.
Jory's saying.
Yeah, I feel you, Jory.
Like,
I ain't initiating shit.
But I'm just saying, like, dang, it's
oh
cool.
My gosh, no, I cussed.
Yeah,
Sorry,
take a shot.
Take a shot. And Jory, honestly, take a shot too, since you're her ride or die.
Yeah,
like, dang.
One band, one sound.
Okay.
That's it.
But anyway, I guess we can move away from this topic. So, did any of y'all get the opportunity to watch the Grammys or hear about the Grammys?
I watched the Grammys. I really did.
How'd you feel about it?
The Grammys was good, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie.
This year it was actually like popping.
This year was on point. Yeah. I mean, the performances, the tributes, like the people. Beyonce showed up. I mean, and Jay-Z.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I didn't know Jay-Z performed. See, I never watched the Grammys.
Jay-Z performed God Did Y'all and performed his entire verse.
And so did Friday.
Yeah. Friday was the
Yes.
And let me just say
Friday.
This. I think Adele and Lizzo are a vibe.
They were the show.
Y'all, they were sitting at the same table with their men, their two black men at that, and they were having a good time, like taking shots. They were enjoying themselves. Because it's so crazy, because when you look at celebrities, I just thinking like a lot of them are dull. Mm-hmm. You know, like they don't have fun. But I could see in those two, I was like, oh, y'all really be having fun.
They came to the
y'all really
to have
having,
fun.
like y'all be having a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good. Like I watched it from start to finish, and I was not bored.
Yeah. Only thing I will say, I'm sorry, Sam Smith's performance, it did not sit well with my spirit. I was very confused by it. I didn't like it personally. Sam Smith is great. I just did not enjoy his performance. Yeah. I thought it was over the top.
I just feel like,
dark.
And to me, performances have gotten kind of lazy in the sense that people just think that, okay, if we just do something really demonic and use that shock factor, it'll equal like a great performance. And the only history you broke was having the most devilish performance I've ever seen. Because I didn't even watch the Grammys, but the 5 seconds I watched, I was like, should I grab some olive oil?
It was weird. It was so like, it's so crazy because like any person I've heard that spoke about the Grammys, this is what they were talking about. They're like, the performance was very like, it was just unnecessarily demonic.
But I think
it was just unnecessary.
I think it was on trend with the video and the music.
Because the song is called Unholy.
The song is called Unholy. So I feel like it was like on brand with what they were trying to portray. And then on top of that, it was the woman who originated the song. She was the first transgender to win a Grammy. So I feel like they were just trying to like break like there was barriers and things like that. So in that regards, I feel like they did do that. But you know, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. Just don't watch it, because I haven't personally seen the music video. That was the first time I heard the song was on the Grammys.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just whatever is up for you is for you.
Yeah.
I never heard nothing about it, but I'm under a rock.
Yeah, girl.
On social media.
Yeah.
But not even just in regards to that though. Y'all said the song is called "Prayed Away."
Unholy.
Oh, Unholy. But even Chloe has a song called "Prayed Away," and I'm like, can y'all please stop using godly figures and words and stuff like that? Because y'all are in these music videos grinding. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So
someone asked me, like, do y'all think that Chloe's a boost?
Yes. She's talented, but
she
can be a boost at
y'all
times.
think she does too much?
She's talented, but she can be a boost at times. Like,
it's crazy. I actually
though.
thought about this earlier today because I was listening to SZA's album and I was like, this is a really great album. Even Beyonce gave her accolades for it. But then it made me think about Chloe, and I'm just like, sometimes I feel like with her, like, she does over the top extraness to kind of give that wow factor. And I feel like her, and not even trying to compare them, they're in completely two different categories. But I do think Chloe kind of does stuff like, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know.
I think Chloe reminds me of like I want to say it because I do love Chloe, and Chloe is so talented. Like, that girl has talent. Like, she's not one of them at all. And I think that's why everybody sometimes gets kind of disappointed with like the genre and things she chooses to put out, because that first album she called, the one that Do It was on or whatever, I forgot the name of it. The one her and Hallie's first their what's it called? Their debut album, whatever. It was really good. Like the way that they could harmonize, like her inflection, everything about her tone is like she is in her genre by itself. And I think sometimes she's afraid to like lean into that just because the fandom that she has doesn't always like go along with the type of music that she creates. Not everybody's into that sound. So I think she tries to make herself more pop. You know what pop sex sells and things like that. But in watching it, you can tell it just doesn't seem like her. It almost seems like she's playing a character. And maybe as
Beyonce.
as she grows, she may like maybe she may grow into that or grow into it.
Yeah.
But right now, it just comes off inauthentic. It just seems like she's acting. And I think that's what it is because, we've seen her so long. She's just talented. I feel like she doesn't have to act.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
Well,
it's kind of like, you can literally just go in there and drop songs and be you, Chloe. And you don't have to do all of that. But it is what it is. Like, she's young and she's trying to sell records. And I would probably listen to everybody telling me what to do too if I was trying to make millions of dollars. And I was her age.
You know what I think is so random? P selling QC. And Coach and P.
Is it random?
Coach is so
now,
oh my God.
I feel like it now explains a lot of things that have been taking place with that label and some of their members of it. Like, I feel like people have been known that that's probably going to happen, and that's why they've been trying
to. But do you think they sold it due to like legal issues?
I don't know about
I'm not
that,
very
but
sure
to me,
about
I'm not gonna lie, the price seemed kind of low.
It did.
It was.
It seemed
kind of Jori. That
I mean,
300 million.
I thought it was 5,
You
but
feel
either way,
500 million?
5 and
No,
3.
3.
It was
That's
300
that's
million.
You
very
really feel
low.
like QC is worth $3 million?
And that's a number. You don't think so?
No, I'm saying, I'm just saying, like, that's y'all's value. That's y'all's value.
For the
That's
entire
crazy.
quality control?
I don't think it was 3. I think it's 300 and something.
No,
I don't,
300.
No,
300
but you know what I'm saying?
million.
That's still low.
It's
I feel like
300 million, and we don't know what they even settled for. That's a number that we're hearing. For all we know, it could have been
Exactly.
lower. I doubt it was higher.
Because the thing is, I feel like one artist alone could bring that in. Like one of their
Baby.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So why would you sell the whole company for that much?
It just lets
Exactly.
me know that something in the water is not clean. I feel like, and I don't know, is QC under Atlantic?
I don't know. I thought
I'm
they were.
not
I thought they were
sure.
own.
I thought they were their own thing.
Sometimes
Are they
it's
under
that way,
Atlantic
right?
or Motown?
okay.
Because if you look at how Cash Money is its own records, but they're under Universal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it may be a situation where the way that their contract and things are set up, P may not be getting as much from them as he can. So to him, he's selling what he can from them and also selling like the shitty contract that he probably put himself in.
Right.
So he's making $300 million, but
then I wonder, like, do you have to come to each individual artist and like say, hey, like,
No.
if you're nice,
No. He's
It's a
not. He's
business,
not
girl.
obligated to
He's
say
not
that. He's the
obligated.
owner.
I don't have to discuss with
Yes.
you my business affairs. Like,
but then
nothing to do
wouldn't
with
that
you.
null and void your contract if they
No.
sell it to another company? Wouldn't that kind of because
No.
you signed a contract with Quality Control?
he's not selling
didn't-
them. He's selling quality control.
I'm sure their individual contracts don't say if we sell it to another company,
Yeah.
you're out of your
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
It's kinda
that's just who you're under now.
Quality
Quality you get a new
controls-
manager at work.
Yeah.
You're still doing the same shit.
Oh, that's terrible. Because what if you don't even agree with that? Oh
And
my
But
god!
Scooter
God.
Braun though isn't. I haven't heard anything crazy
What?
about him. I mean, he bought Justin Bieber's catalog at
Yeah.
one point, and he was trying to get Taylor Swift's. But
And what's crazy, he used to be, whose assistant did he used to be? I don't know if it was Dr. Dre's assistant or somebody. Like, he really got out the money. So Scooter is like low-key, like, he out here.
collecting them coins.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Did him and Taylor Swift not have like a disagreement where
They did.
she was trying to, where he wouldn't like,
with her
he
music.
owned her masters,
And she had
so
to
pretty much
re-record.
she wanted to re-record everything.
because he wouldn't give it to her. He wouldn't
But
even sell it
even-
to her.
But even just something's going on in the music industry because even Justin Bieber just sold his entire rights
Lil
and
Wayne-
catalog
Lil
for a
Wayne
very
sold-
low price. It
and
was
Lil
like
Wayne sold
another
his
100
catalog as
million.
well,
Lil
too.
Wayne too.
They're all
Something-
selling it.
I don't know. Honestly, us as a podcast and viewers too, we should do our research and figure out what exactly is going on because, Jori, you are kind of right. There is something taking
There
place.
has to be.
That
There-
everyone is,
No, facts.
that everyone is trying to get up out of everything and scrape up as much coins they can get just because something's going
And
on.
all these concerts?
People need liquid cash.
Yeah.
Like people actually need like
Yeah.
physical money right
Yeah.
now. And I feel like that's what they're doing at this point is they're trying to sell off assets and get like their hands on physical dollars. And look, something's about to come. We got drones and balloons flying in the sky above everywhere. You know,
I'll get into that later. But what's it called? I forgot who just did. Someone literally just spoke on this, and I can't remember his name. But he was talking about how much he gets off of a song and how much a song has to sell, and how much has to be streamed for them to get anything. They're not really. I think streaming has really changed the way that royalties really work.
Yeah,
So royalties are
right.
good. Like if someone decides to use your song in a movie and things like that, and people who are more commercial, like Lizzo's masters, is gonna be wild because they use her shit everywhere, commercials, shows,
Michelle,
all
yes,
other stuff.
cuss.
You know. But I feel like
Michelle,
huh?
you just cuss.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take my shot in a second, but I feel like in rap it's just kind of hard because
start keeping up.
at first, like with Lil Wayne back in the Gap, Lil Wayne first week was selling 1.5 million.
Yes.
records. You know what I mean?
Like actual physical
albums,
CDs.
like physical albums. Like people don't buy albums no more; they're streaming it. And now with TikTok, they don't even listen to the whole album no more. They'll listen to one song and all the other stuff, and it's like songs stuff like that don't really get people as much money. So to them, they're probably like in the last 10 years, I've made $2 million off my master's. Why the fuck would I not sell it for 100 or 150?
That's true.
It's like they literally have to,
you know,
in order for them to profit, they have to go on tour. They have to do so much now.
Because even Wayne is going on tour. I looked at Wayne tickets and tickets were $1,500.
But you know, honestly, I feel Wayne for going on tour because right now, like, I think he's gonna be retiring soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really think.
I feel like he
y'all know Coldplay's actually having their last concert ever,
and that's crazy.
It's a select tour. Like, they're not even coming to Texas. So they're gonna be in California. They're gonna be like all throughout Europe. But yeah, this is like their last time touring.
I would love to go to a concert in Europe. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, no,
I'm not gonna. I want to go to one of their like festivals, like the Wireless Festival. Like I'd be down. Like I feel like it's littier than States. Like
we'll
they actually understand.
When this ends, we'll plan.
We're playing.
Yeah,
y'all gonna see Petty Party in Europe.
Yes. Because my mind just like clicked on that. Okay, but yeah,
no, for sure. And speaking of things going on in the world, did y'all hear like a piece of the sun broke off and is like floating on our like.
God, just trumpets, right?
No, because like
waiting on what's going on.
How did the sun break?
I don't know because I thought it was gas. Y'all told me the sun was gas. And I mean, I know there are solar flares. I'm like, is that the same thing?
They did say it's a big ball of fire, right?
But yeah,
but wait, is it like coming down or is it floating up there?
No, it's not coming down. I think like right now it's like in not our atmosphere. What's the thing above our atmosphere? I sound dumb as fuck, but
I don't know. So I'm dumb too.
But
the solar system?
Not the solar system, because the sun is in the solar system. I don't fucking know.
So, but what? Okay, my question is
twice. That's
like take it again. Like it's okay. We'll try again. My question is
regroup.
What have they said? Is it like detrimental to people on Earth?
I haven't heard that, but that's
you know
very
what I mean?
wild. I'm not. Honestly,
what
guys, we're living in the last times. I hate to say that.
This is my. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The government's kind of pissing me off lately.
Oh, for sure.
Because why would y'all go shoot this balloon down and now y'all trying to find the pieces? Like, does that even make sense? Like, y'all couldn't lay out like a tarp to shoot it down over? So now y'all are trying to gather pieces. Y'all can't.
How big of a tarp do you think that they had? You think you want to just fly a fighter jet with a net? You
Michelle,
know how
I think they have a tarp.
That sky balloon was 3 buses long.
Michelle, and I think they can make that.
They can, but they didn't know where it was going to land. That's the
no,
reason.
They brought it above. They waited until it got
exactly because they.
Then you bring the tarp.
You know how big the water is,
Michelle. You bring a tarp. Michelle, I'm sorry. Like y'all cannot tell me we don't have a tarp big enough to go from
somebody could have made
California to Florida.
Yeah,
they have it.
Yeah, it sounds
I'm
good.
Not worried
they didn't
about
know
that,
where it was landing.
Listen, y'all, there's something they're hiding from
and
us.
Now
like,
they
let
just
them
and
look
now
at
they just shot down another unidentifiable whatever above Alaska 2 days ago. So it's like,
listen,
what's going on?
I'm just gonna say this. Okay.
Go ahead, Michelle.
For those of y'all who say y'all don't believe in God, y'all better hope that y'all right, because the by the looks of things and the way that this is going, we don't have that much longer. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I understand the news brings us bad news, quickly sometimes, but it's been back to back lately. Like, we went from a Chinese sky balloon, and I'm not gonna go into that because it's conspiracy theory, low key, but went from a Chinese sky balloon to an unidentified unmanned object, which means a drone the size of a car, pretty much, is flying above the United States. We just had an earthquake, killed 23,000 people.
Now that we need.
I don't know what the hell is going on. And you know what I think is even weird about that is that, like, how can 23,000 people die and like the world don't stop? That's so fucking weird to me.
Scary.
It's like we just keep going. I was talking to somebody the other day and he was like, there was an earthquake.
But remember what? Was it an earthquake or tsunami in Haiti? In the world,
you know how people died in Haiti?
But can you imagine? We
like
kept
millions.
Moving.
Well, not millions.
I thought it was like
pretty
$1 million.
High. It was 250,000, but that's still high. To me, I was like, I didn't even know that. That's still high. That's still high.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And like Haiti, like it literally destroyed Haiti. That's it, and like, and then they refused to let Haiti civilians into other countries because they were trying to escape the country. And then they killed the president. You know, like a lot happened. A lot has happened in Haiti in the last 10 years. And let's just
Hillary Clinton. Only God can judge you for how you handle Haiti. I'm not gonna lie.
No, literally. Yeah. But okay, so like I said, we're recording on a Saturday, so this is actually the Saturday before Super Bowl Sunday. And crazy enough, I feel like we've never talked about Super Bowl, but the only reason why I'm talking about Super Bowl is because they're playing a football game like during Rihanna's concert. So
literally.
So
Rihanna's concert is the halftime show. Isn't that crazy? Concert.
So how are we feeling? Like, it's the day before Riri comes back, y'all. Like, how are we feeling about this?
Y'all, I'm a big Rihanna fan, and when I tell you, I have been anticipating this concert. I'm like, yeah, like Rihanna's about to really step back in the game, y'all, for real, and in the worst way. And I'm so excited for her. Like, I'm already like waiting for like the outfits, the moves, the dance, what song she's gonna use. Like, when she did her Apple interview, she talked about like she's really going to use her essentials off her catalog. And I'm like, she has so many. What are you going to use for 13 minutes? But I just know it's going to be great. And I look forward to it. And I wish the Dallas Cowboys were actually playing. That's why I really don't care about the Super Bowl. But we're waiting for Rihanna's concert because we know she's going to shock the fans and wow us. And
So
we're ready for the announcement of her next album.
Predictions. What's going to be the opening song for Rihanna?
Oh, by the way, y'all, I don't know if you said this before, but by the time this airs, y'all would have already watched the Super Bowl. So y'all, I mean, y'all could just see if we right or not. If you can see how psychic we are.
Okay. I don't know why I feel like she's gonna start with "Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules and I don't care." Literally,
I think she's gonna open with "All of the Lights."
That's too typical.
That is. Oh my gosh, like SpongeBob. Have you seen the SpongeBob?
But like, look at Kanye West won't be there, so it's like, can she really?
I mean, she can.
Yeah.
What if Kanye's a surprise guest?
That's what I was saying. Like, she's easily bringing people out with her.
Now y'all know Kanye.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know
too
that.
unpredictable.
He's way too controversial right now for him to be in the Super Bowl.
You know who our surprise guest is, y'all?
Who?
Drake.
ASAP. Oh.
No, it's not. I think it's ASAP.
They have so better.
It's ASAP.
Fucking not.
Rihanna.
Ugh.
Don't disappoint us. Honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to see ASAP
because Drake and Rihanna have worked together, and they have
but they're
take care. They have so many good songs together
right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Why they beefing?
Yeah, because of ASAP.
She had a baby on him.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Well, she better tighten up because that would be the Super Bowl.
No,
even though
literally.
honestly,
yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. Some of her best song work has Drake on it.
Mm-hmm.
What's My Name
Take
has
Care.
Drake on it. Come on now. Because she has to perform those songs.
It's crazy because I haven't even thought. I have like no expectations. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I just know it's gonna be good.
Because so many people are talking about it. I just want to see it.
Yeah,
that's just how I feel.
Only reason because it's like the last time I saw Rihanna in concert was like back in like 2014, 15, I believe. And it was amazing. And like one thing about Rihanna, she puts on a show. So I just know it's gonna be great. I'm just excited to watch it. Like I'm happy for her because it's like, dang, like I feel like this is the best way for her to step back in music. We've all been waiting for an album. And even if she doesn't give us that, she gave us this. So I'm happy.
But not even just that. She also is dropping all of her albums on vinyl in color.
Love it lying. For her.
Yeah.
I want to get anti.
I think the whole bundle is like $300 and something, or if you want to buy individual albums, they're like $39. But people were talking about it like it's a lot. Wow. Beyonce, Rihanna, Drake on the rise. Like,
she said that she's going on tour.
Everybody is dropping stuff at the same time.
What's Drake dropping?
A concert.
To do what?
It's coming. The tour dates got leaked. It's coming. It hasn't been officially announced.
He needs to worry about hitting that trial,
his court case
for that deposition. That Drake,
nothing's happening to him.
What's the matter with Drake?
He killed somebody or ordered the hit.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Allegedly. Sorry, I have to say that.
You know what? It's so crazy because they bring this court case back up.
It hasn't been
solved.
And
I realized how crazy it was that y'all killed somebody over $50,000.
$50,000.
Like it
that you ended up with.
And then the one guy who testified against like all the other defendants, he said that he only got $5,000.
Of course he did.
And everyone else got $15,000.
Yep.
To kill him?
Yes.
Because normally the killer is gonna get less because you're gonna get locked up anyway.
But I'm like, so for $5,000, like, what was the point?
But the people who they solicited, which I don't know, I haven't kept with the trials, but I feel like these are people from the hood, the streets. They're killing people for nothing. So if someone steps to you and says, I want you to kill somebody for $5,000, $15,000, and they're killing people for no reason because they're in gangs, etc., allegedly.
Yeah. Some people are killing people for free.
Like, unfortunate, but
it's very unfortunate.
Life.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Drake. I think maybe he has to use that concert to pay for legal fees. But like,
oh my man is he got bank. He good.
You're sticking by him. That.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No,
I'm gonna stick beside him.
Not a murderer.
You gonna stick? Wow.
Not a murderer.
Yeah, that's why I'm saving my coins for his concert.
I feel I would go to Drake's concert.
I'm ready to pay the maximum amount to do whatever I got to do to be front row.
That's how, I mean, I treat Nicki Minaj like that. I treat Rihanna like that. I will pay top dollars to see Nicki Minaj in concert.
For sure.
I would.
It's so
Beyonce,
crazy.
like you, but
I
Not
was
that
front row
much.
to Drake concert and I only paid $10. And that's crazy to see that his tickets are so expensive now. Like Drake, you really came up. Shout out to you. You really came up. That's wild.
Yeah.
Y'all remember when we went to the Drake and Migos concert
Oh my god.
The Drake and Migos concert?
in
Mm-hmm.
Dallas?
What's that festival called?
I have the shirt and
Lollapalooza, something
No, it was in
Palooza.
Dallas. We went at the American Airlines Stadium.
We did. Okay, that concert
Oh.
though.
We showed up late and
But
we
no,
kind of missed a
yeah.
little bit of the
But that
Migos.
concert though, Migos,
I didn't like
they
the way the stage
underperformed.
was
Yeah,
set
it was
up.
like I'm like no, what's going on? But Drake's
Yeah.
performance was good.
No, yeah, but
That
next
was
time,
good.
Front row center for Bay.
Literally.
That means you want to be in a boss pit.
That's fine.
Okay.
I just want to go over this real quick
What?
because I want to get y'all's opinion.
Okay.
It's crazy to me because I don't know if it's the same for y'all. So years ago for me, like Jay Prince was like a ghost. I you hear Jay Prince because of Drake. He say his name. People like different artists say his name, but you never really. I didn't even know what Jay Prince looked like, let alone what he did.
I'm with her on that.
So now to see that this is Jay Prince and he's going on interview to interview talking about
So disrespectful.
Takeoff's last day and about the other Migos, et cetera, et cetera. How y'all feel?
So I'll say for me personally, like I dated somebody who was from Houston, and like he put on a documentary and showed me all about Jay Prince. I feel like it's very much a Houston
trying to
thing.
educate
Yeah,
you.
he was educating me, and honestly, that's why I know who Jay Prince is. Like, and I can understand how most people wouldn't know really who he is or his role, because if I wouldn't have talked to this person, I would have been like everybody else, like, who the fuck is this? But I literally watched documentaries. He told me about him, so now it's like to me, like he's kind of just big bro in the city. I don't know. That's how I look at him, but I think it's really fucked up. Like he's very old. His kids run around and do whatever. Actually.
You scared?
Yeah, Jori.
Actually,
I am.
Jori said, hold on.
Actually, let me get myself
I
together.
want to be able to go to Houston and walk around with my head up.
Period. So yeah,
Girl, listen, I'm gonna say what I want and walk with my head held high. I honestly, personally feel like it's very disrespectful what they're doing. Cause I feel like a life was lost. It's a legal case. Let it be that. I don't need y'all to be going on different platforms explaining your side of things. You didn't lose anybody, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to hear your side of things.
What did he say in the interview? That was so
Some-
So
controversial.
the biggest one now that's been controversial is that he was like, and that Offset do, he
threatened Offset.
Yeah, he
on
going
air.
around speaking on my name. He was like, don't put me in a position where I have to defend myself.
Right.
He was like, and let's be clear, you didn't even really rock with Takeoff in real life, like whenever he was alive. So
My thing is like I hate the fact that people know that they were beefing
Mm-hmm.
and they try to use that against
Yeah.
him. Yeah. Publicly, y'all knew we was beefing. But in the end of the day, that is my brother. That was
Yeah.
my bandmate for
Yeah.
years. I grew up around this person. So it doesn't matter what space we were in that moment. For you to sit up here and hop on a podcast and say that to justify that I should not be upset that my brother is gone, fuck you. Fuck you.
Literally. And
Wow.
for y'all to like sit like to me,
scared?
I mean,
I
Jori,
have to take two shots now.
Me too. Like I just feel like
Dang.
in that situation, such a delicate situation, I just feel like it's being mishandled. Granted, understand the platforms that have hosted them. I get what you're trying to do. You feel like you're trying to like, fulfill the responsibility of the culture and get the news and the tea, but that's really not tea to me. Someone died.
I don't
you know?
even.
And like at the end of the day, like I said, it's a legal case. Like, what are y'all doing? Like even Jay Prince had police records out and made one of the hosts read it. Like that to me, it's wild. Like what is going on here?
I don't even know.
You know what I'm talking about? Like what is, it's just, it looks like what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at this point, I feel like let's just respect Migos and the family and people that have lost a loved one. Like, let's just respect them. Like, we shouldn't be like having these conversations as like entertainment. It's not, nothing's entertaining about this conversation. Nothing's entertaining about threatening people. Nothing's entertaining about talking about people that lost their lives senselessly. There's nothing entertaining about that. So we need to, as Black people, we need to stop doing that. Like, we really have to stop doing that. I don't see anybody else hosting these people on their platform because it's unnecessary. What are y'all doing?
I do think like if you know about Jay Prince for sure. You know what I mean? And I just think like y'all shouldn't even have him come on. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's just a touchy subject. I feel like even when the funeral came and they put up the flowers in Houston, whatever it said, people were kind of had a problem with that. So
but I
feel
think
like
that said enough that Jay Prince didn't even go to the funeral.
He wasn't welcomed.
You think Jay Prince?
But I think, and that's what I'm saying.
I think if he wanted to, he could.
No, he can't.
He
because basically what he also said in that interview.
I think he could have.
No, basically, Jori,
he could have tried.
What he said in that interview is that now there's like a war starting between Atlanta and Houston.
In Houston,
you can't go to Atlanta. Just how people from Atlanta can't just freely walk in. Like it's gonna be like, you know. So I feel like at this point, like, just leave it for what it is. Like the people, like you said, who know, and the people who don't. But I feel like bringing it on air is just really stupid because at the end of the day, you low key telling yourself.
No.
So.
Yeah. I think it's also an issue because like his son is involved. You know what I mean? So I think as a father, like, and I'm not trying to condone it, but I think just as a father, because his son is associated with it, he's trying to make sure his son looks clean. But it's just like somebody still died here, and this is a very touchy subject. Like we get it. You're the one that people are supposed to check in when they come to the sea, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You can kind of pipe down a little bit.
But at the same time, I get it too. Like I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, your son is an adult. Let him.
Yeah, he's like 40 years old.
Let him speak for himself. What?
I thought he was the older son.
The one who was there when it happened is like our
age mates. Okay, but I'm just saying, as like I get Jori, you're like his father, but at the same time, he's an adult too. And in that interview, it was just Jay Prince doing the talking, as if Jay Prince was there for everything that happened, but he always kept saying he was sleeping in his bed. I didn't understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only part of the interviews I didn't like. I'm like, Jay, you're doing a lot of talking.
In his bed? What does that mean?
Talking about he was sleeping out. He was at home sleeping. He didn't know what was going on. But to me, it's just like, okay, so I feel like you should be the one that's quiet. And you should let your son talk. Because at the end of the day, y'all are on here for him, not you.
His son will never speak on behalf of the city of Houston.
I mean, Jori, he can't really speak.
Because his dad does everything, so.
Yeah, I guess Jori, you did make an interesting point when you were like, that's his son. So essentially, he does have to play kind of clean up. And I understand because, like you said, Jay Prince Jr. or Jazz Prince, I think his name is Jazz Prince, he's young. Like, he's very much outside. So you want to make sure that your son is protected, right?
That's true.
And on top of that, like, social media and everything has really changed if you really think about it. Back in the day, as you can see, everyone knew Jay Prince's name, but no one knew Jay Prince's Instagram handle.
Or what he looked
like. He didn't have to do any of that, but his name was just that notorious.
It
right?
held weight.
It held a lot of weight. And so when people come to Houston, they check in, and you have to understand how it looks, like optics wise. Somebody comes into Houston, they check in with mob ties, whatever he calls himself, Jay Prince Jr., for safety. You come into Houston and check in with him so that nothing like this happens, and then something happens to one of the biggest rappers of our time. Migos loses a whole member, you know? So at this point in time, everyone's looking at him crazy, like, how do we check in with you? It was the promise of safety, and we checked in with you, and this still happened. So he's trying to, not only is he trying to clear his son's name, he's trying to clear his own name. He's trying to clear mob ties name.
And not just that, he's trying to make sure that I feel like he's trying to make sure he lets people know that he actually does still run Houston. Yeah. Because I think that a lot of people
because he still wants y'all to check in.
I think people are questioning, like Michelle said, like, how can one of the biggest rappers of our time come to your city and get killed? You know what I'm saying?
Like, with you,
like with your people around. So that clearly says that you don't have as much of a hold and as much control over your city as you say you do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the way it seemed like to me was like, you know, Jay Prince ran that city. He had people in every part of that city that still came to him. You know what I'm saying? So to think that someone would even take a gun out in that situation and then end up shooting and killing Takeoff is crazy.
It's just giving. Never mind. Whatever.
It's very sad.
Yeah. But Jay Prince, if you're watching this,
we're sorry. No, we don't mean any harm.
Any of this.
Like,
we don't. Like,
girl,
we're just podcasters.
Stand up. Are y'all okay?
No, I'm just kidding. Long live Takeoff, though, for real.
No, literally.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our topic. And like I said, y'all are going to see this after Valentine's Day. But I still want to touch base on Valentine's Day because I just feel like, why not? We are a podcast of women and we have experiences to talk about. So I want to know, what are y'all's like ideal Valentine's Day, like plans, whatever, trips?
Oh, trips?
Whatever. Like, what is your ideal, like, if you, like, your Valentine, you were like, oh my gosh, it's the best Valentine I have ever had. What would it be?
Let's go to the snow. Let's go to the Alps. Let's go to Aspen.
Aspen, okay.
Get a cabin.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun. No?
For me, it'd be the beach. I want somewhere warm.
Okay.
I want somewhere tropical. And it would be a trip. Like, if you take me on a trip for Valentine's Day, like,
yeah,
right.
I hope I don't come back pregnant. you know? So it's like
Scorpio, baby. October is very young.
I don't think I really have like an idea. Like I've never really envisioned it, but I do think if you were to surprise me with a trip, oh, it's up.
Yeah,
it's up. Like
especially
it's up.
Especially a trip, like doing something I really like. One thing I really want to do is go to a safari. So if like I like walked in a room and like in the room like there's like an envelope and in the envelope's like pack your bags. We're going to XYZ safari. I literally will probably drop to my knees and start crying because like that to me is major. Like you're getting the panties for real.
So do y'all feel because okay, I know we always stay kind of done up, you know. But y'all know there's y'all know there's like those like that week span where it's like it's like the right before you need to get everything done. So you look a little crusty, but you're still presentable. You know what I'm saying? But do you feel like around Valentine's Day, y'all have to have like everything done just in case?
No.
Yeah, if you stay ready,
you'll never have to get ready.
Yeah.
I'm always ready.
So what was y'all's Valentine's Day prep?
I didn't have any this year, but I just got my hair done.
What did y'all get done?
I just got my hair done.
Okay.
I didn't do anything specifically for Valentine's Day, but 2 weeks before, everything else is done. So it can carry me into Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I didn't think anything specific.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get my nails redone.
I got my nails.
I'm getting my nails redone, but it's actually 2 days after Valentine's Day. Isn't that whack? She didn't have no openings on Valentine's. I'm like, girl, you gonna make me have an old set?
Well, it's good. At least you don't have to worry about having.
Because I've been teeter-tottering. I'm not doing the Valentine's Day.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Done.
Out of all, no, actually, no. Let me lie. Because Valentine's Day nails are not as bad as like Thanksgiving nails. But
I never did Thanksgiving set. It was terrible.
I think I don't know why people do Valentine's nails.
They're cute. Have you not seen cute?
I haven't seen
especially if you go to the right tech.
I've seen some cute sets, but the thing is just like the way my appointments fell.
Yeah.
Like when it came time to book my February appointment, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna book it after Valentine's Day because I don't want to have to get a Valentine's Day set. Like I'd rather go into March ready for the spring. So
literally,
that was the take I took on that. But,
like I know last year I did the set where it looks like the blood dripping was down my tips or whatever. For like a bloody Valentine because I wasn't really feeling in the mood. And I liked it.
But that's cute though. Like, but hearts. I don't want to see all the hearts and the pink and the red.
I love a red set.
I love a red set. I have a pink set.
You have a pink set?
I have a pink set. But like with the hearts and everything, like the design.
I did that.
But you're probably just not a fan of like.
You don't like nail art.
Yeah, nail art.
I like. I love nail art. Like even the year before.
Because I'm like
I've gone out for Valentine's, but this year no.
I had a heart on my nails. Last month. Really? I definitely did. And I liked them. I was gonna get it for Valentine's Day, but I was like, I literally just had this set already. But
so let's say that you are in a new relationship. Or no, not in a new I don't want to say relationship. Let me not put that much pressure on it. Let's say you're newly getting to know somebody and you meet them in December.
Okay.
So Valentine's Day rolls around, y'all are still getting to know each other. Y'all are like, at that point where y'all are basically like in a relationship, monogamous. Are y'all going to celebrate Valentine's Day? And if y'all going to celebrate it, are y'all exchanging gifts or what are y'all doing?
I think for me, and honestly, and I realize this a lot about like the way I answer like these relationship questions, stuff like that. Like I'm really biased, and I think it's because like my past relationships, I've dated people for a very long time. So every time I think about like these relationships that are like so new, there's like a month or two, I don't have it in me to like really think of like we should be spending Valentine's Day together. In my head, I'm like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
I might not know you next month. I don't want to spend Valentine's Day with you. Like we barely know each other, unless like you said, like we've had these conversations where like we're monogamous, but a part of me just doesn't see it like as a serious enough relationship to like get that.
Put that expectation.
Unless that's like we're doing it and in my head I'm just doing it because I'm bored and I want a Valentine. Then that's different. But as far as like, oh, Valentine's, I want you to surprise me or I want you to buy me roses and it's like I met you in December. I met you in December. Like I don't have that expectation.
So y'all are telling me that this is somebody y'all talk to on a daily basis. Y'all would not feel
we're talking on a daily basis.
That's what I'm saying. Together. That's what I'm saying. Y'all go together. This is a daily basis. This is someone that you someone that you really rock with. And this is someone, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all, every week y'all are seeing each other. Every day y'all are talking. So you're telling me on February 14th, he does absolutely nothing. Doesn't even acknowledge the day. Y'all ain't feeling some type of way?
In today's climate, we could talk every day.
Yeah.
And you could still be talking to other women.
Yeah.
So unless we have a conversation that we are exclusively monogamous, I'm not going to expect nothing from you because you could be talking to me and another girl the exact same way. And I'm not going to set myself up for failure
for 2 months. For heartbreak.
Men
for heartbreak.
I'm sorry. At the end of the day, if we haven't talked about we're exclusively monogamous at this point, I'm assuming, even if you haven't said, that you are talking to me and other women. I don't care what your actions show, because I've seen a lot from men. Men who are relationships, married, engaged.
Yeah.
I don't put nothing past men. So unless we had that conversation, I'm not expecting anything from you. Would it be nice? Cool, whatever. But in my head, every dude I talk to is talking to somebody else. I don't care what you tell me. I'm sorry. I can't.
So you think it's simply like that one conversation y'all have that says like he's not talking to other people?
I feel like that would come up in that conversation though. If we decide to go exclusively monogamous, even though we have not entered a boyfriend or girlfriend relationship, at that point in that conversation, I'm going to ask, are you talking to anybody else?
So let's say it's a new relationship and y'all have had that conversation and you're monogamous. Like, are you still expecting like Valentine's Day, like plans?
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to necessarily be plans. We don't even have to necessarily do something, but are you going to give me a gift?
We're going to acknowledge this holiday.
Yeah, we're going to acknowledge the holiday. Like,
absolutely.
So it could be anything simple, but
the thing, like, I feel like there has been this conversation on the internet, like with a lot of men, where they're saying, why do women make a big deal out of Valentine's Day? The only reason why they make Valentine's Day such a big deal is because of people around them. Like they wouldn't be as worried about Valentine's Day if like they didn't see like social media, you know? Because I'm not gonna lie, people be coming hard on social media on Valentine's Day. Like it'd be like 10 bouquets of the Forever Roses. It's like, who's keeping up with that? You know what I'm saying? Then Birkins and Chanel's and cars. It's
that's
like
celebrity.
I think
not even just that. I've been seeing people getting Rolexes. I've been getting designer. You know,
you gotta make sure, are these things real?
Well, we talked about that last episode.
You know what I mean? Like,
DHgate, but whatever. Y'all said
mirrors here.
Y'all said DHgate was okay. So,
but no, I'm just saying that they got that.
No, we didn't.
No one. DHgate as giving someone a DHgate Rolex is never okay. I'm hearing me say that right now.
I'd rather you just give me some flowers.
Don't give them anything if you're gonna do that. Like that don't even make sense.
Right.
But I will say I kind of have to agree with the whole like social media has a lot of people having unrealistic expectations when it comes to Valentine's Day. At the end of the day, like if you know your partner is gonna, of course, like make sure you feel good, make sure you're loved and all that stuff. Okay, great. To me, why is that not enough? Why? Don't get me wrong. You are entitled to want whatever you want, but at the same time, if you know your partner is always going to show up for you on this holiday, why then now have this unrealistic expectation like, oh, but I want a Birkin now, or I want this expensive purse, or I want this? Why? Because you're seeing it on social media. You know what I'm saying? But if you weren't seeing all that, your mind wouldn't even be wanting it. You know what I'm talking about?
But I feel like even to your question, if we rock with each other and we're talking to each other, why would I not expect something on Valentine's Day? It has nothing to do with what I'm seeing on social media. If you genuinely like me, why aren't you getting me?
This is how I feel. And I had to tell somebody this. I was like, I understand where you're coming from, but if it makes me happy, and you care about me, why would you not want to do something that makes me happy?
Of course,
and it's just bottom line. But I'm not asking for this over the top gift, vacations, whatever, but I'm asking for acknowledgement.
But no, the thing, and I agree with what you and Jori have said, but I'm speaking to the people that like social media influences their Valentine's Day expectation. You know what I'm saying? But for a lot of people, it does, because if you really sit on social media and you see a lot of people and women and men, what they're talking about, what they're expecting on Valentine's, like, you're only expecting that because you see all these celebrities doing that. You're not a celebrity.
Now, don't get twisted. Would I love to walk into a room with a whole bunch of gifts and designer? Absolutely. But for me, one of my major love languages is acts of service. You just planning anything.
Yeah.
Something simple. Me knowing that you cared enough to plan something out for me, no matter what it is,
it goes a long way.
Goes a long way for me. So it's kind of just
but like some people are like, they're like, that's not enough.
Why would you deny me that?
But
that's
there
my
are people
basic
in this
love.
world that's not enough. Like he didn't do X, Y, Z, or she didn't do. It's like, but
have you ever received that behavior beforehand? So it's like y'all be wanting things that you never received. So it's kind of just like
that's true.
It's kind of levels to it.
And I saw like a think piece. I don't know if y'all know. She's pretty big on Instagram. It's like Tony Tone.
Oh yeah.
And so she talked about it. She was saying like, a lot of the reason why women make a big deal out of Valentine's Day is because in their everyday relationships they feel underappreciated. And so Valentine's Day is a day to actually feel appreciated and to show appreciation for your partner. And so if your significant other is making an emphasis about Valentine's Day, more than likely it's because during the day they don't feel appreciated. So but then she kind of went into a little pick me part at the end and
shocked.
It was like, but with me, I feel appreciated every day, and every day is Valentine's Day in my relationship, so I don't feel the need to.
So February 15th, we want to see your gifts.
To ask my boyfriend about Valentine's Day. If we don't do anything, I'm okay because every Valentine's Day is Valentine's Day for me. But regardless, I felt her beginning half of that video. Like a lot of times women do not feel appreciated. And I know y'all can't tell me there have been relationships y'all have been in where y'all literally do not feel appreciated. Like,
oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And so Valentine's Day, like you feel like you have to emphasize Valentine's Day to like get that little appreciation that you know you deserve.
But you know what's crazy? The only reason I would kind of agree with her in that sense, not to sound like a pick me, but if I do, it is what it is. It's because there was a time I was dating this guy, and I'm not gonna lie, he did treat me really well, and like I don't want to say like every day was Valentine's Day, but like he come through, like he come through for me. But like I decided, I was like, you know what? No, I want a Valentine's Day. Like I want Valentine's Day to be big, and so like I was like really like letting him know like we celebrate Valentine's Day. Like I didn't even like wait to the day. I was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want this month as long as like February 14th we locked in. That's all that matters. And then I feel like Valentine's Day came and it was like he was doing so much, and I'll tell you, I was very hard to please. Like my standards was like, oh, we should do this, did it. Even towards the end of the night, he was like, okay, so this, and I was like, that's it. Like we're not gonna do this. Like you're about to go to sleep. Like you're about to do this. Like I didn't even know what my expectations were. I just felt like I didn't want it to end or whatever. And then it was like the next day I looked back at it and I was like, damn, I was like really ungrateful. Like I low-key ended up ruining the Valentine's Day that I even wanted for myself, just trying to like make it look how I wanted it to look for somebody who like normally doesn't even accept Valentine's Day. And I just, like you said, like I had an expectation of how I wanted it to look or whatever. And since then I'm just like, you know what, I'm kind of off that. Like if you treat me well, it's cool. And we could have like, we could celebrate Valentine's Day. Yeah. But trying to make Valentine's Day just outdo like what your relationship is and all that other stuff. And look how it's supposed to look on social media.
That's what I'm saying.
It's taxing.
Yeah. And like me personally, like I don't know, like I don't know, like when it comes to like I've never like waited Valentine's Day more than my birthday. Like you gotta step on my birthday. I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm not gonna lie, I don't give a fuck about Valentine's Day. I really don't. I love Valentine, love. I love giving love and receiving love. But one thing, like you gotta step for my birthday. So if you don't step, like you know what I'm talking about. So Valentine's Day to me is not really
not a big deal.
It's a big deal, but it's not weighted heavily in me because it's like at the end of the day, like I know you care about me, I care about you, so it's like I'm not having this expectation, so then my feelings can get hurt. I'm not, no, you know what I'm saying? So
it's crazy you say that because I always wondered, where does Valentine's Day fall in line whenever it comes to gift giving? Because for me, I don't know if it should be on the same level as like the gifts you give on Christmas or the gifts you give on birthdays. So what are like some good Valentine's Day gifts for women and for men?
So my thing is, okay, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. When did gifts have like tiers on Valentine's Day? I thought it's like flowers and spending quality time. I did not know gifts were involved. I did not know that.
Mean,
so please correct me if I'm wrong. Like, am I tripping? Like, I didn't know that that's a thing.
I don't know. I thought diamonds come with Valentine's Day.
Oh, I thought it was anniversaries and stuff. Okay. Wow.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people give like a lot of like pendants and like heart.
Like
necklaces,
like married
jewelry.
Couples or like just boyfriend girlfriend.
No, I feel like
I
feel like a lot of people like
really?
Even like heart pendants, like necklaces and like bracelets.
Okay.
You know, I see those type of things. So I wonder like what are the good gifts because it actually really is hard to think of a gift for a man, at least for me for Valentine's Day. Because I was like,
chocolate.
I'm tired of cologne. I'm tired of wallets. I'm tired of like what do you do?
My presents.
I don't necessarily associate gifts based on the holiday. Like I'm very much a person. Anybody here can tell you I listen. I give gifts based off what I've heard you say you wanted. So it's like when I think about gifts that I've given for Valentine's Day, it's always kind of just been like I heard him say he wanted this, so I got this for him type situation. It wasn't like, oh, because it's Valentine's Day, it has to be this type of gift.
And I always tell people too, like you have to know your person. Like at the end of the day, like just like for example, like a guy can be into like all this designer and stuff like that. They can get that for themselves all the time. But if they're always talking about, dang, I like this soccer team or I've always wanted to do that, getting them tickets to that game is thoughtful. Or buying them like a jersey from that team is thoughtful.
For
like,
Valentine's Day?
I mean, I was talking about gifts, but I mean.
Oh, no, I'm trying to think. I'm like, y'all be really giving niggas.
I don't give men gifts on Valentine's Day. What is going on?
I mean, it's not bad. I guess, like, I'm with you. Like, I feel like Valentine's Day should just be like,
quality time and love. Like,
but I didn't know that guys got gifts. But I'm not against. I've definitely given a guy a gift on a Valentine's Day.
You know, I always thought it was always like giving like your woman or your partner a gift. I like never thought like gift. As a woman, I'm now supposed to be contemplating. Damn, after Christmas now, what am I getting them for Valentine's Day?
But I will say it really depends. So who knows? In my next
it depends on your partner.
Maybe I get my man Rolex. Maybe. But I just don't know. Like, damn. Like, I just feel like y'all making relationships way too expensive. Like, y'all
it's not even expensive. It's just like y'all be like low key making relationships Christmas, too complex. Like
Christmas,
damn,
Valentine's Day, birthday. Like, I'd rather just get you something out the kindness of my heart because I know that you like. I'm not that person.
I try to give you gifts all the time.
Yeah, like if I feel like okay, I seen something you like it, this and that, but like the expectation of Valentine's Day coming up, and it's just like
because I do see people like naturally stressing, and I'm just like y'all like your presence should be enough.
So let's say
quality
that
time should be great.
Your boyfriend actually fumbles Valentine's Day, like literally, like does not acknowledge it. Nothing, like not like you know what they do? They send you a happy V-Day to you text message in the morning, and that's it. Like no flowers, no nothing.
You don't love me.
Yeah.
How soon are you addressing that, or are you addressing that at all?
Absolutely,
with him?
you will have to. And honestly, it may have to be that night of, like, you know, like if nothing shakes, maybe not even that night of the next day. Like, you know, as your partner, as your wife or whatever, like Valentine's Day is about love. And all I wanted you to do is to show me some love.
And it's the person we met in December?
No.
It's someone you're in a December.
It doesn't matter where you.
If it's in December, no.
This is someone you're in a relationship.
Like if I'm in a relationship with you, we have to have these difficult
and y'all
conversations.
might be in a relationship that you just met in December, and y'all in a relationship.
No, I'm trying to figure out why he took the Valentine out of Valentine, why it became V-Day.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But some people are just into abbreviations. But what I'm saying is that
you don't love me.
These are difficult conversations. Unfortunately, we have to have, and you have to basically set your lay out your standard. Like all I wanted you to do was show up for me on this day or acknowledge it. And happy V-Day was not enough. You got to let people know what's not enough for you. You have to have these difficult conversations. Unfortunately, you have to talk about it. There's no not talking about it. I can't stress this enough. There's no not talking about stuff that bother you in a relationship. You have to tell them as soon as possible.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I feel like where I'm at right now, I'm not trying to cut off anybody for like things that I haven't even discussed yet, you know?
Absolutely.
And I feel like I have to teach, unfortunately. But sometimes I'm going to come across a man where I'm going to have to teach him how I want to be treated.
Absolutely.
And if you happen to fumble Valentine's Day in a way that I feel like you couldn't even do the bare minimum, because like I said earlier, I'm extra service. So anything that you would have did is I'm not putting a value. I'm not putting a type of gift. Like the fact that you didn't do anything outside of give me a happy Valentine's Day, happy V-Day text, I'm actually going to have to acknowledge that. Because that'll let me know how you answer, where we stand, or if we're going to even move forward. Because sometimes, unfortunately, you have to teach people how you want to be treated. Yeah. So I'm going to have to address that immediately.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, the next day, I don't know. Either way, it's going to have to get addressed because I deserve everything and all.
So, period.
I'm not gonna lie. I have been in that situation before, and it was actually with a boyfriend. And I just feel like a lot of men use cop-outs whenever it comes to these certain holidays. They're just like, definitely. Oh, I don't. Every day should be Valentine's Day, and I treat you right every day, and so I don't understand the emphasis on Valentine's Day. But care. Like I told y'all earlier, if it makes me happy and you love me, you should want to make me happy. Yeah. So it is what it is. And I was in that situation where literally like it was nothing, like just nothing, and I had to address it, and that's whenever I realized that person really wasn't for me. Yeah. And it's so crazy. I had to realize that through Valentine's Day, but in that moment, I realized you didn't care about me enough to put your feelings aside for that day for my feelings.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like I compromise on feelings all the time. You know? And I compromise on things all the time. And people try to make it seem like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Why are you making such a big deal? But no, like, you can actually see people's true intentions through holidays like this.
It's crazy that you said that because I saw a TikTok today where a girl was just like, I had just given birth to she was in a situationship and she ended up getting pregnant or whatever. And so she was trying to like figure it out with him or whatever. And so like after she had the baby, she went to go stay with him and like his people or whatever, so like she could get the help she needed. She said Valentine's Day happened to come up during that time, and she was like, when Valentine's Day came, he was like, oh, you need to come to the house. And she's like, when she got there, it was one single rose. And he was like, oh, your gifts are on the table, which is one single rose. And he was like, oh, and your food's in the microwave. And she was like, I just gave birth to your child. And you got me one single rose, and you talking about my breakfast in the microwave. You can't even take it out, give it to me. She was like, I stopped being with him. She's like, and that might sound crazy. She was like, but they were in a situationship. They weren't in a relationship. They tried to get in a relationship after she had the baby. And she, I realized in that moment, she was like, yeah, I just had this man's child, but this is not the person who I'm supposed to be with, because this is how you treated Valentine's Day after I just gave birth to your child. And I couldn't even be mad at that. One rose and a breakfast in the microwave. Talk about you get your own food out of the microwave.
Actually,
can I just be real? Like, y'all,
If someone just
Get
gave
your
birth,
food out of
I'll
the
be honest with you,
microwave.
Did she give birth that day?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
If you tell me to come home, then you should be greeting me at the door with the rose in hand and have my food on the table.
See,
Get my food out of the microwave.
Expectations, setting yourself up.
And that's why she doesn't fuck with him.
Yeah.
And I will just gladly take my sip.
Just kidding.
No, I can't.
No,
She sounds gladly take my.
Because
No,
fuck him.
no, literally, no.
No,
That's how I feel.
like-
Because here's the thing.
I don't know.
It's just
A little drastic though, like not to
you
be
telling
him.
me.
Yeah, like,
no,
that's
it's
what I was about to
actually-
talk
it's actually
about. I
not
was like,
drastic at
no.
all.
No,
it's not drastic
no,
at
but
all.
you have to
because
no, okay.
A baby
Childbirth-
I'll let you land.
childbirth is not
Situationship.
easy.
True, but
Like,
they were trying to transition into a relationship.
No.
I'll let you land though. 'Cause I got something to say.
Childbirth is not easy.
Mhm.
Because the South got something.
Because y'all know y'all would feel some type of way if you gave birth
Oh,
2 to 2 weeks
Natural.
before Mother's Day and nothing came of it.
Can I just
No.
be completely honest with you? If I give birth, I'm not splitting from my baby father for at least a year.
I'm
I'm just
not
gonna say
splitting,
now.
period.
I'm not gonna lie. We gonna make.
We're
the
gonna
family
work
work.
things
No.
out. Because one thing y'all like,
I'm
one
gonna
thing like,
try.
can I tell you something? Like, I'm just like, y'all, like, I'm very big on. I'm not raising my kid alone. So
It's
like,
so crazy
I'm
y'all
not
say
about
that. This
I'm
is-
not about to sit here and just because you didn't collect food from the microwave. Now I have to be a single
You know
mom.
what the crazy part
no,
I feel like
I
She already
can't.
was. She
No,
already was
here's
a
the thing.
single mom.
It's the thing. Women,
Sorry, guys.
but the
She
thing-
already was a single mom.
but
So why
Jordan-
am I subscribing to stay with somebody who doesn't appreciate that I
Exactly.
just pushed
But
a baby
Jordan, wait.
naturally
But
out of my coochie?
I have to. And I wait. You just said that they were working on getting into a relationship.
And
No.
she saw things that she didn't like and decided I don't want to stay with him. I will
Yeah.
raise a child
One
on and we
moment.
can
Here's the thing.
compare co-parent.
Here's the thing. I think
Yes.
women a lot of the times they lose themselves in situations like this because they try so hard to make relationships work out of the fact for children. And I feel like it's more so because the thing is men don't have these worries.
Mm-mm.
Whenever it comes to a man and dating and you have a previous child, women still go for that. It's not a big deal for a man to have a child and to be dating other people other than the mother of his child. But women, it's a stigma. And so women more than any other person, they try so hard to make things work out of the fact of their child. And in that whole situation, they lose themselves and they lower their standards and they start to put up with shit that they never put up with. I'll take my shot. They start to put up with shit that they never put up with before. And I'll be honest with you, I agree with her. She was strong enough to say, despite the fact I just had your child, I'm not going for it. You have to respect
True,
me.
but-
you have to respect
but
what I want. You have to
but
respect-
one isolated moment
You know
is
what?
the reason
No,
why
you know
you're.
what the
You
crazy
know what I'm
part
saying?
is?
Like,
You know the crazy part is?
y'all haven't given me extra
y'all are
context.
y'all are looking at something so simple, and that should say
No,
it all.
I'm
No,
not
that's-
trying to minimize her situation.
No. That's what I'm saying. That should say it all to you. The fact that something
But-
so small can be her deal breaker,
Yeah.
you already
And there-
know what she's been going through.
And there's so much more to it. Like
Okay.
she pretty
So
much,
there's more
she pretty
okay,
much
then we
said
don't-
like
okay.
at the time when she had got
Got
pregnant,
it.
like she was in college and he was away back at home. So she
Okay.
was like, I was by myself majority of my
Okay.
pregnancy. So it's like
Well,
at this point, if I've done it all on my own and Valentine's Day comes up after I just put your baby out and you tell me my food's in the microwave,
Okay, now that's different.
But I don't think
Context.
it- but no, it's not-
but
I didn't know
still,
that she's been alone.
even
This is-
without
You
that.
don't even need the,
No,
but you don't
Jordan,
even need
no,
the context.
no.
You
'Cause
can read between
no.
the lines in that.
Wait.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, whenever a woman is done over something so simple, you should already know she's
That's
been
strong.
through
But
it.
sometimes it may just be y'all know. No,
you
that's
took a
not
shot
always
for real.
true because
Huh?
there are some women just because they're experienced. That's
But-
why they're done. They're not done.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You know. What
I'm not. I'm not willingly going to be a single mother unless I'm fed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it. So clearly, like Nikki said, like, oh, we're taking a shot. My bad.
Sorry.
That's a
Shots
drink.
up.
Mm.
Your shot's over there.
Dang, hater. Sheesh.
Sorry, guys.
Wow.
But I do agree with Nikki. Like, if she's willing to just say, like, I don't want to pursue a relationship with you anymore, that clearly shows I've been through so much more. No
Yeah,
one willingly
and-
wants to be a single mother.
Yeah.
So I feel like just knowing that in itself, like, dang,
Right.
like she's reached her breaking point with him.
True.
And she's
And
happy
I,
now.
and I, like I said, I'm not trying to minimize her situation, but what I'll speak for myself. There have been times just because of I'm experienced, right? There's been times where I've checked out too early, just because it's like, oh, with experience, like, oh no, but it's sometimes like, dang, I could have really given it a shot. I just checked out early because I'm just, because like what I've been through before, it's like, oh, I'm done. No, but it's like you didn't even try to give an effort. You didn't even put an effort, give it a chance. You just checked out early just because. You know, you just checked out
Yeah.
early. That's what I'm saying. Some people, not saying this is everyone's situation, but sometimes I feel like as we get older, you check out sometimes too early. Like sometimes it's okay to like work through things. Okay, like that's why I said like that whole Valentine's Day thing, these difficult conversations have to happen.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I definitely
But there
agree.
are some people that will be like, F it. I'm not having this difficult conversation. I'm done with you. But it's like,
if we're new,
why would, you know what I'm saying?
If we're new or we've been established for a minute, I'm going to have that conversation with you. But I feel like for her at that point, she went through a pregnancy by herself. You tell her to come home on Valentine's Day, to tell her that get your food out the microwave in a single rose, like.
But what, and two,
so,
yeah.
Let me ask y'all.
Wait, before you get on that, because I had a question to ask. Well, not a question, something to say that was similar to that situation you brought up. So I don't know if y'all saw it. It kind of went viral like a few years ago, and it was a girl who she pretty much said that she broke up with her boyfriend because he didn't buy her flowers.
Yes.
Because she didn't buy her flowers. So she said that originally, like, she's always wanted flowers. Her boyfriend never bought it for her. But I don't know the exact story, so I'm gonna like paraphrase and I might be wrong, but you'll get the gist. I think maybe like she went somewhere and I think some guy, like I think it was like a coworker, whatever, had got her like flowers or something like that. And then in that moment she realized like, wow, like my boyfriend has never brought me flowers before. And I actually love flowers. Like I love flowers. He's never bought it for me. And she was like, and I didn't break up with him because like he didn't buy me flowers. Like that's not the prime reason. But she just realized how easy it is for someone to just get you flowers. Like a stranger. She barely even knew. She just mentioned it. He was able to come through for her in that way just because it made her happy. And she realized like, kind of in the situation, like if you're in a relationship and your partner knows you, your partner is truly working to make you happy, not working to fight societal standards or working to fight gender roles. He's working to make you happy, not because society says women want flowers, because he's in a relationship with somebody who truly loves flowers. You know how easy it is to buy somebody flowers to put a smile on their face, you know? And the fact that she realized that he did not give that minimum effort, like she realized that, you know, that he wasn't the one for her. And so I want to ask y'all, do y'all think like that's a petty reason, or do y'all think
absolutely not? Because I've been in that situation. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, like it's the exact same conversation the situation I just talked about. I had to realize like that person was doing it out of the fact that they just didn't care.
Yeah.
They didn't care what I appreciated. They didn't care. Like they just rather put whatever in front of me and just be like, you either deal with it or you don't. And I had to make that decision for myself if I'm staying in that situation or not. And it literally was like simple things like that. Like, y'all know, like, I mean, I feel like Paulette maybe knows more than anything. I love flowers. Like, I will go buy myself flowers just to make floral arrangements. I love them. And it wasn't until recently I went out on a first date and someone bought me a bouquet of roses. And I have never had that happen. And he didn't even know I like flowers. And that gesture alone, I was like, wow. Like, it didn't even take me saying, like, I like flowers. You just, like, first date, like, you know, you're trying to impress me. And when I tell y'all that was, like, the first impression, like, out of this world for me, because I know how hard it is for men to just listen to women on simple things. And so, yeah, I don't think she's petty at all for being like, leave him. Leave him.
I think in a sense, like sometimes situations like that prove to you that your partner doesn't make you happy. And it doesn't like make you happy in a sense as like watching him or being with him doesn't make you happy. It means like he literally is not putting in any effort to ensure that
make
you are
happy.
You know what I mean? And sometimes like if you think about how easy it is to please like a woman or just a person in general, like to you it could be something as simple as like, you know, you always mention like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I love this movie. And it's like, I want to watch the movie so bad. And it's like the movie premieres and he notices you're going by yourself. He's not asking to go with you. Like little things like that where it's like, dang, would have made, if you would have just like put in the extra time to be like, do you want to come to this movie with me? Or like set it up. Like little things like that I feel like it's like, it doesn't cost a lot of money to put in the effort to make someone happy. But it's like, you realize that it's not that they don't care. They just don't want to do it for you because your happiness means nothing to them. Like, that'll change your life.
How do y'all feel about Valentine's? Like, in general.
It's cool.
I'm a fan.
What's wrong with
I
it?
think it's great that like women can get together and just celebrate love together. Like I don't see an issue with it. I know there's probably a narrative that's like,
bitter women
get together and that. Like, listen, Valentine's is not about that.
It's not even being bitter.
Yeah, it's about women coming together and it's celebrating love. Like, why do y'all have to always like dissect things and make it more than what it is? Why can't we come together?
Do y'all feel
is that a thing? Do people are against
men be looking at women that celebrate Valentine's.
So there are some men that are
Weirdos.
against Valentine's because, you know, like, now y'all know, like, underneath our comments, we have those people that are like, this is why y'all are single.
Haters.
This is why
haters.
Your daddy.
Look at the camera. Look.
Father.
Take a picture.
These are fatherless women. Yeah, we get all that. But
not yeah.
This is why men fuck y'all and leave y'all.
Yeah,
and I'll take my drink.
But they not. But I think, and no, because let me address this. For some of y'all who come in the comments capping, talking about, oh yeah, I hit her before. Oh yeah, I fucked her before.
Lies.
She's easy.
Wait, someone said that?
Yeah,
Yes.
And
but never met
they,
people day in our life.
they get deleted.
And the thing,
Yeah.
wait.
Like, why?
One thing, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to take a shot for this one. You niggas that be lying in your dick, you a pussy for that. Like, that's so fucking whack.
That's so
Lying
weird.
on your dick in 2023
Whoa.
is so pussy to me. I'm sorry, because at the end of the day, how you gonna put a body on somebody? That's weird. You're pussy. Sorry, I don't care what anybody says. You are pussy for lying on your dick, and your homeboys ain't your homeboys because they ain't being real with you. That's pussy. You know your dick ain't touching nothing. Why are you lying? Weird ass.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
You couldn't get your dick wet if you was sitting outside in the rain naked.
Stupid.
I would never fuck with her. As if you'd ever have an opportunity. Let's keep it a motherfucking
wait,
buck.
y'all. Let me tell y'all about one.
Yeah,
There's
so
a
y'all
man.
just forgot all of our
Nah,
rules.
I'm taking my shot. I'm talking my shit.
I'm clearing the air here. There's a man that always be talking shit to me under our comments, but be living in my DMs. Log out, boy. You listening? Log out.
So crazy. Like,
It's weird. It's mental illness at its finest. I don't like it. It's an ick, actually. If y'all wondering what an ick is, that niggas that talk shit but slide in the DM. That's an ick.
Well, that was new news to me as in regards to people lying
We're
on our
finishing
bodies.
this whole bottle of tequila, y'all.
Wow.
It's almost done. Like,
That was news.
Happy
to me.
Valentine's.
That was new news to me. And I don't read the comments because most of y'all just say I'm fat. So I just leave it.
and
But
People hop in them comments and say shit they would never say to somebody's
In his
face,
face.
and I'll sip my drink.
And the
But-
thing is, and if you was in person, you be trying to slide. So
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
thank you.
Please.
And I've had time this past week. Listen, y'all, listen.
No. So
No,
anyway,
I'll be going back and
back
forth.
to Galentine's, y'all. Back to Galentine's. Okay. So how do y'all feel about it? Like, are y'all a fan for it? Are y'all celebrating it every year?
Mhm.
Or do y'all okay, and let me also say this. Do y'all feel like y'all are entitled to celebrate it whenever you're single, and when you're in a relationship and you have Valentine's plans, you don't do Galentine's?
You know what's crazy? I feel like the people who celebrate Valentine's the most are the people who are like in relationships.
Yeah, because
Or whatever.
Valentine's is like getting together with your friends.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be
It's having girl
single. You don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just girl time. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like us coming together and just,
Right.
celebrating love. Like,
Yeah.
let's love on each other. Like, and not like that, but, pour into each other.
I think it's unfair for people to like not want to like participate in a holiday. Because I remember one time in college, and honestly, I won't say his name because it's pointless now, but he had got me a Valentine's Day gift, and I never really looked into it. I just remember like, and the craziest part, he probably don't even know this. Like at the time, like I was in a relationship. I had recently got out of a relationship, probably like in January, and I was dreading my first Valentine because I'm like, I did not picture myself to be single on Valentine's Day. And so I remember getting a Valentine's Day gift, and it was my first time realizing that people like celebrate Valentine's like as a friendship. I didn't know that. So I got a gift, and I didn't even look at it because I was so anti-Valentine's that I was kind of like, why did he give me a gift? Like I thought it was like, and then I saw the gift he got me, and I was like, why did he get me this? Like, it was so awkward. And then I promise you, it was like 2 years later, I still had it like in the bag. And one day, like I brought it out.
Years?
Yeah, like I had it like in the. I promise you, I was anti-Valentine's Day. Like, and I just kind of kept it like in the bag, like the stuff that was in
Yeah.
it. And then one day I actually like took everything out, and there was a card in there. If I would have known there was a card, I would have read it first. Y'all need to put the cards on the outside of the bag. But I opened the card, and the message in it was so sweet. And it was just like, you've been such a good friend over the years and this and that. And he was like, he bought me like a bear, this, and he bought me some other stuff. And he was like, don't pay like too close attention to the gifts. Like, he really was just trying to buy like Valentine's Day themed stuff. And he was like, I just really wanted to like show appreciation to all my female friends. I wanted y'all to feel loved and like appreciated on this day. And it was like such a sweet gift. And I was like, that was so thoughtful. And I wish that I had known like about Valentine's Day, like the act of appreciating your friends on Valentine's Day, because like it can be like a lonely holiday when you don't have a relationship, but like it is a time to like really honor all the people who you love in your life.
Absolutely.
So I feel like why there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know?
And
I remember one year I like mailed all my friends Valentine's Day gifts. I think I either gave it to them in person or I
did.
I
have
mailed
the
it. I think I
heart.
mailed something
Yeah,
to you
the
before.
heart,
I mailed
the
something
Valentine's
to
Day
a
heart.
friend and like
Yeah.
her daughter. Like I don't know, like why not?
that was so, can I
But
tell
you
you
know what is
something?
sweet though? Because I did that, and the following year I was single, and the podcast came
No.
together and gave me a Valentine's Day gift.
Can I
so
tell
I
you
appreciate
real
the
with you?
love that y'all gave me because
Jori.
your bitch was going through it.
I'm be real with you. I'm not gonna lie. I really appreciate that like heart gift. Like sorry, I'm high as a
No, it's okay. It's
but
okay.
I really appreciate that gift. That was really nice of you to do that. And like,
No, yeah.
thank you. I know I said thank you then, but thank you again. Like that
No,
was really
yeah,
nice of
'cause
you.
I remember
Like,
Paulette was like, "What are you
little
doing?" I was like, "I'm at the house." Paulette pulled up. She's like, "This is from the podcast. They got me a whole Valentine's Day gift because they knew I was single that year." And I was like, "Wow, that actually means a lot because I literally was like at the house doing nothing on Valentine's Day."
No, it'd be
Day,
like
so.
y'all. I'm telling y'all, it be take notes.
Yeah, so how do y'all?
It be the little things.
No,
the
it really be the
little things.
So how do y'all like navigate like these type of holidays, like romantic holidays, whenever you're single?
Me right now, I don't care.
Like, I haven't had a Valentine's Day. I told you that at the beginning of the episode, right? And like I've never like celebrated Valentine's Day like that, you know? And like it wasn't until like yesterday I was getting my hair done and I was talking to my stylist and she was just telling me how like she planned to go take herself out to eat, buy herself roses. And I was listening to her, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do that on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna buy myself flowers. I'm gonna maybe take I work on Valentine's Day, of course. I'm gonna take myself to lunch, do something like, I feel like that's just really nice to like pour into yourself. And I even told her, I was like, I love that for you because it's like, that's something I've always struggled with, like doing that for myself. Because it's like, you always think that a man should be doing, but it's like, no, like you can do these things for yourself too. Like if you love yourself enough, you can celebrate yourself as well. And like, that's one thing I told myself this year. I'm gonna buy myself roses and I'm gonna buy myself lunch and like just have fun. Like at the end of the day, like as long as you're pouring into yourself with love, like I don't see an issue with this. So that's how I navigate these holidays. Like, and I stay off social media because I'm not a hater, y'all. I just, sometimes like shit might trigger you. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't love.
No, facts.
I love love. No, but no.
I love hopping on TikTok and seeing men spoil their girls.
Absolutely. But sometimes it's just like, sometimes you don't want to be reminded that you're by yourself. So it's like one day I'm just going to stay off a little bit.
No,
but in regards to that, like I do for myself a lot.
Absolutely.
Like I ordered from a whole company flowers last weekend. You know what I mean? So it's like I do stuff for that myself on a regular basis. So to me, it's like Valentine's Days come up and I always do for me. So it's not like, oh my gosh. So it's like, I don't feel weird about it.
Yeah. Like I've never bought myself flowers, but I want to. I'm just like, dang,
they're
like,
beautiful.
Girl, and even, okay, y'all. And then today, y'all, I ordered like, okay, don't judge me. So like, I ordered some bras and stuff from Victoria's Secret. And like,
really? Shout out to you keeping that company alive.
You know what I'm saying? Cause
Somebody
like, their bras really work for me. And so, and the message.
I went a couple weeks ago and bought something from there.
And then like,
I mean, actually, the price range.
I have their pajamas and Victoria's Secret's pajamas kind of be on point. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, y'all know.
Finish. So, yeah. So, before I was about to check out or whatever, like I was like, you know what? It said like include a message, and I was like, you know what? Let me put something nice. And I was like, you know what? Hey, beautiful, this is for you. And I sent that to myself. I'm just like, dang, like it's nice to talk nice, sweet to yourself. Because at the end of the day, like just because you're not getting it from a man, but it's like talk sweet to yourself. At the end of the day, like
for sure.
I know when I receive it, like when I see that message, it's gonna make me happy because it's like, dang, like.
I'm about to say, you do that, right?
So y'all do that for yourself, y'all. Like
when I picked up my flowers,
messages.
The lady was like, "Oh, these are so cute." I was like, "Yeah, it's for me." And she was like, "Really?" She's like, "You asked for a card," and the card said, "I'm so proud of you." Period. Because I'm proud of me. I do that all the time. When I order something, I'm always leaving myself a gift message.
But you know what's crazy? I've always left it blank. But today I was just like, you know what? Let me write positive messages to myself. Because at the end of the day, like, it's nice to like just read nice things. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like it doesn't have to always come from a man or your partner. It doesn't have to. Like you can talk nice to yourself. Like at the end of the day, we need to normalize that. As women, we need to normalize not only hearing nice things from a man. You need to hear nice things from yourself.
Normalize doing it for yourself.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
So
anything,
but it's also apprecited on the other end.
Absolutely. Like, please talk to me nice.
So let me ask y'all this. I want to get a little petty.
Okay.
For before we wrap this up.
How petty you taking it?
No, just a little. Okay, so let's say that you are married to somebody that had a previous relationship and had a previous child in the previous relationship.
No, it's a no. I know where you're going.
But you know what's crazy? Sorry, not to interrupt. I was listening to a podcast and she was like, I'm at the age where she goes, it ain't nothing out in the streets. I'm waiting for the second round of divorces. And I was like,
wow.
People do be getting married twice these days.
Yeah,
so
I was like,
3 times is a charm.
Okay,
yeah,
that's safe.
So let's say that you're married to someone who had a previous relationship, previous child in that relationship. How would y'all feel if your husband sent his baby mother a Valentine's Day like gift or flowers, chocolates,
Can
whatever?
I be real with you? Have her. Go back to her. I'm sorry. Like I get it. I understand sending your daughter or your child something, but we're not doing that. I get it. But no, I don't get it, y'all. I'm one of those. I'm sorry. No.
I'm not against giving ex-wives or baby mamas gifts, but Valentine's Day, no. Mother's Day, Christmas, possibly birthday, because you already giving your child money to buy their mother a gift, cool. But Valentine's Day, I feel like that's reserved for the person that they're currently with. I will not understand a Valentine's Day gift. Mother's Day, birthday, Christmas, I can understand.
I only understand Mother's Day.
I can understand. I can understand the other one.
Maybe not birthday.
I understand Mother's Day. Because at the end of the day, I feel that's the mother of your child. I understand that.
I just feel like because they're already giving money to the child to buy a gift, like it's kind of the gift is coming from them and the child anyway.
It gives me like you still in love.
Valentine's Day is a no though.
It gives me you still in love. I'm sorry.
To me, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really mind just because, right? And it really depends on a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. It depends on a relationship and like the history. So if you're dating somebody who has had like a sketchy history and like to you, like you're insecure about like the nature of the relationship, I can see how Valentine's Day could be the tipping point. But I feel like if you are coming to a situation where somebody has like someone like gave birth to their child, like I don't know. Like I feel like
that's what Mother's Day is for.
No, I do understand that, but it's definitely like it's also family. You know what I mean? Maybe because like I've been in situations where like I understand like how co-parenting situations work, and I've had like I think I'm blessed to see like healthy co-parenting relationships, and I see like how they can actually like how they actually work when both people like respect each other and like see each other as friends, and like situations where like they don't see each other romantically and like they just like step in every now and then and see that person like as a family member, and like I see my dad and my uncles and they like send gifts and they say happy Valentine's Day to every woman in their life. It's not like this is my baby mama, but it's like if you're getting a Valentine's gift for your sister or your cousin, it's like your baby mom. To me, it's like you got her flowers.
I feel like, you know what? Okay, I have to. When you put it like that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like, because...
but it depends.
You know what I mean? Like, because I guess like, I'm not against it. I'm like, for example, I'm one of those people, if I happen to be with a man that had a previous family before me, I'm not against you inviting your child and their child's mother to Thanksgiving. I'm not against that. But I don't know about the whole gift stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I need to mature a little bit. Because I don't know.
Not a gift.
It would have to be a situation.
That's what I'm getting from that.
It would have to be a situation where I know for sure it's like just one of those really like healthy co-parenting relationships.
Absolutely. Heavy on healthy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
even for Valentine's Day.
You know what? She better. No,
it's not even an option.
Because I feel
the only way I would actually be okay with it is if she's in another relationship.
I don't even think I'll be okay with that because at the end of the day,
relationship or not, to me, Valentine's Day is for couples.
Your significant
other.
Okay, wait.
And you're already giving your child money to buy the mother a gift more than likely. So in my head, why am I getting you additional gift on top of what I gave my child? I'm all for giving to the child to buy for the mother or the father, whatever way it goes. But at the end of the day, if I'm in another relationship, I'm not buying.
But Valentine's Day not necessarily only for couples. It's just like pouring love into others. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie. I give my mom, like, you know what I'm saying? I celebrate my mom Valentine's Day too.
I give my mom her Valentine's Day gift already. But my baby daddy. Why am I giving you a gift?
I'm ex-husband.
No, my child. I will give money to my child all day long.
Like you were in the past. Like y'all, we need to really leave situations.
I will give. Here's my thing. I'll give whatever money to my child to give a gift for their father.
Yes,
whatever holiday it is.
I like that.
But am I personally getting you a gift? No, because at the end of the day, my money is going to the child to buy you the gift anyway. So why would I give you a second gift on top of that?
If you're like
how is the child buying him a gift?
No,
clearly,
Michelle,
I'm going to take my child to go pick out a gift.
What if
whatever
your child doesn't live there? What if you don't live in the same city?
And then if my child comes to me and says,
I get what Michelle's saying.
If my child says, I want to give my dad a gift for Father's Day or for Valentine's Day, I'm going to take my child to go buy the gift and we're going to send it to their father.
But that's fine. That's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's for the child.
I thought that y'all were talking about me personally. If I give to my child, that's completely separate. I'm not getting you a gift. I'm giving my money to my child because you're their father.
But what if you just write your name on it?
But your child, okay, you're talking about like a grown child then.
No,
it could be like a baby.
But what is a toddler to do with money?
Hold on. If my toddler comes to me and says, I want to give my dad a Father's Day gift, we're going to go together and I'm going to buy it. That's for my child. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I thought y'all were saying that I personally got a gift for him. No.
But you did. You just gave it to your
toddler. To my child.
Her child is the reason why the gift was bought by her money.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
No, I thought y'all were saying the child gives. I thought y'all were saying the child gives a gift and I give a gift.
That toddler not gonna remember where the gift is. At the end of the day, as a person, you're in charge.
As a parent, as a child who had separate parents, anytime I wanted to give my dad something, my mom gave me the money. So my mom didn't also, on top of what I gave him, buy him a gift herself.
But when you were younger, she probably gave him a gift and said, "Oh, but this is from Jori." Because you're a toddler, you're 3. How you gonna know what a gift is?
Y'all are missing the point.
Yeah.
No, because I thought y'all were saying 2 gifts, one from the child and one from the That's what I thought y'all were saying. That's why I was just like, that would never happen. If my child wants to buy a gift,
cool. Goes, hey mom, I want to give dad a gift for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna give you $10, $15. Let's go get your dad.
Okay, so what if the husband says he wants to buy her a car for Valentine's Day?
Why are we getting the dads ain't getting gifts?
No.
First of all,
it's Valentine's Day. My husband is saying he wants to buy his baby mama a car.
Yeah.
Oh, you're putting your whole family at risk. Because what? Why are you buying her a car? No. Pause.
Wait, what kind of child does he have? Does he have a son or a daughter?
Either.
Because if he has a daughter, it's kind of awkward to give the daughter Valentine's Day gifts. So sometimes you want to give both.
I said a car. I said a car.
No. You're not giving. No, listen.
I'm confused.
I just asked another question. What if your husband?
Are we drunk? Because I feel like
for real. I'm just like, this is drunk shit. Because like real shit, what you getting her? Y'all, I'm not even trying to get emotional about this, but it's like, what you getting her a car for? Like,
why would you get emotional?
Because it's just like, because I'm about to get passionate. What I'm about to say. What the fuck are we buying a baby mama a car for? And you're in something else. What the fuck is going on?
Is it for the child?
Wait, if she don't have her own wheels, I can understand that.
Clearly, the child can't drive. So he's getting the car for her.
If she's an able body, hell no.
I don't get that. He's getting the car for the mother, but it's to help the child out.
No, listen to me. Why are you buying your baby mama a car? Is she not an able body? Is she a drug dealer?
Is the card on behalf of the child?
Can't afford it?
Is the card on behalf of the child?
No, a car.
A car?
Listen, Jori.
A car?
Thank you. Click.
Car? Wait, Nikki,
a car?
No. What are we talking about here? Actually, y'all, I'm sorry. I
wish my man would. Thank God, like, why y'all looking at me confused?
I said a card. Like a car.
I wish my man would tell me he's buying his baby mama a car.
Now listen. If I was a man and my child's mother needed a car, you can get that on Mother's Day. You're not getting that on Valentine's Day because as a man provide, but on Valentine's Day,
you're playing with me because now we low-key have to go car for car. We have to go car for car. So what car did you give me?
She better get a Honda Odyssey.
One thing about me,
and I pull up in a Maserati.
I'm gonna be real with y'all.
You can't even get her a bus pass on Valentine's Day. Like, be fucking.
I'm done with y'all.
I'm gonna be real.
Like, I thought we were talking about Valentine's Day card. I was like, Paulette, what's happening? Why would you get emotional about that? A car, an automobile?
Nikki, you snuck that car in.
No, you really did.
Come like,
well, okay.
Can you imagine your man telling you they're buying their baby mama a car?
I would like to not imagine. Can't see.
It's not my portion.
No. I'm not gonna lie. If I happen to be dating a man whose baby mama didn't have her shit together and she kept complaining about certain shit and he needed to get a car to get to A to Z, I'm not opposed from that. No, if we have the funds to get it, I'm not opposed from that. But you're not going to do that on Valentine's Day.
Heavy on this.
Mother's Day randomly, but you're not going to do it on Valentine's Day. I'm sorry. That's why that was the whole point I tried to make.
I'm like,
you're not doing it on Valentine's Day.
There's just certain reasons why might not do it any other day because like I don't understand that. I don't. Y'all, I'm not going to lie.
Wait, so no car at all.
I'm not going to be with a man who doesn't support his child. And if
you can support your child,
and if supporting his child means supporting the baby mama, it is what it is.
Listen to me. I get that.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, no. We're not buying whole cars for people.
It could be a cash car. It could be a cash car.
Wait, no,
you thinking it's a Mercedes off the lot, girl? It could be a cash car.
Yeah, that's Paulette is passionate. She's not really thinking about it because I know Paulette. I know Paulette, and Paulette would not be against her man buying his baby mama a car.
I just
okay.
Oh my God,
this is just. I think he's getting worked up.
Let's just get off this conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, let's end it.
How would your child get to school?
Right. Okay. Well, it's been a whirlwind. So we definitely are ready for y'all to tune in and let us know how y'all feel about this last argument we had because
happy on argument because we was arguing for a second. I apologize.
We don't went around in circles, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. So it's your girl, Jori Aaliyah, aka Aaliyah Gabor, signing out. But make sure you guys are following us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, all of it. Because like I said last episode, you might find some exclusive content on one site that you don't see on the other. So hop in on that. So I'm signing out.
Sure.
All right, bye y'all. It's your girl Shelly Stays, aka Egypt if you're nasty.
Why you whisper?
I don't know. It's just Nick checking out. And like Jori said, we have exclusive content coming. So be sure to tune in whenever we tell y'all to tune in for that exclusive content. Bye y'all.
And they save the best for last. And I just want to close this out with, I know this is after Valentine's Day, and I hope that all y'all had a great Valentine's Day. I hope y'all are surrounded by love and like a lot of people poured into you. And honestly, fuck these men, fuck these women too that are playing with your heart. At the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the day, if someone is not doing what you want them to do, trust me, there are 10 million more that will do what you want them. Keep your options open, okay? Yeah. But most importantly, make sure you're pouring into yourself every day. And this is your girl, Paulette, signing out. Holla.